Well, I was born in San Francisco, California, USA. And my name is Victor Bukanovsky. I was born in 1953, I'll tell you exactly the year. Yeah, I'm, like I said, native born, San Francisco, which is rare now in San Francisco, and being in San Francisco and in America, in one place also. But I did travel a lot before. In terms of my father, again, he worked for Pan Am, the airline that no longer exists, unfortunately. But during the time he was working, I got a chance to visit our relatives, and they live in Australia. So I was in Australia 7 times. That was my, collection of, because I was always interested in things like, beginning like when I was a kid, like most kids are, with dinosaurs, prehistoric life. It evolved into appreciation of all of life, not just prehistoric dinosaurs, but things even before them, and humans, and like I said, creatures even of today. And comparative anatomy, I can also say. That's the reason why I have all sorts of skulls, because you can compare the differences, similarities between all the different living creatures. And I would really appreciate the fact if more people would be interested in things like that. I would consider first generation. My father would have been born in Russia. He was born in Kurgan, Tabulskaya gubernia, as he would call it. And that's in the mountainous areas of Siberia, let's say, yeah. Before the Ural Mountains, yeah, so in that area. My grandmother and my parents, they all spoke Russian. And my grandmother always had difficulty, and she studied English, tried to speak English here in America when they came in 1950, by the way. They were people who came in 1950. So, and they came, of course, by way, first of all, they lived mostly in China. And they were people of that revolution period, Russian Revolution, who came after the revolution. My grandmother, that means they came through Siberia into China. And that's where basically my dad and mom actually grew up. My mom was even born in China. Just like I was born in San Francisco in America, she was born in Manchuria, China, and grew up in Shanghai. So these people, that's where she met my dad, in Shanghai. So they knew each other for many years, and they were growing up there. So it was a little kind of also strange to come to America in the 50s and see a whole different way of life for them. They were married, by the way, for 42 years. The only thing that separated them was when my dad passed away at the age of 77 from heart problems, circulation problems already. But otherwise, yeah, they had a full life, yeah. Let's see, with RACS, it was the time, the year was 2006, when my brother passed away from a terrible disease. And so after that, when he passed away, Nick, who was in charge, Nick Buick, who I know now so well, he's one, great guy. A former Marine, by the way, also, yeah. So he actually discovered me because somebody he knew in the city government, I guess, are the ones who help, people who need help, young adults or any age, probably adults who need help from some situation that's come into their lives. He actually discovered that I'm in a place where, I could be helped by an organization like his. So he introduced me to RACS. And they started to deliver things home, but he also said I can come in and be among people. So that's why I would come to RACS personally. At that time, I even would come there, every day. And I enjoyed RACS. All the people who were there were very nice. Talked to the people who worked there were very, very nice, yeah. It's a provider, first of all, of the wonderful food that they would serve me. And now it's totally Meals on Wheels, because I heard of Meals on Wheels even before RACS. And I knew about RACS, not the name or anything, but I knew that it was a Russian, kitchen, like they call it, stolova, yeah? And it was located in a place where we had a great aunt who lived there. And so she came to RACS also. But she was in her already, I guess, 80s and finally passed away in her 90s. But by that time, they would still keep delivering food to her place. And she lived just a block away in an apartment in the corner. So that's how come I knew about the place, but never thought that I would need help from RACS when my brother passed away. So mainly it was that. And our whole situation wasn't good that time. The house was old already. We lived basically in that same neighborhood for something that nowadays I don't think most people, I mean, some people may want to, but couldn't because of the cost of everything. But we lived for over 40 years. 42 years or something like that. First of all, they have, of course, a variety of delicious food, and especially food even that other places wouldn't have necessarily, like pelmeni or piroshki. And people wouldn't know about all that. Yeah, so that's always good. Before RACS, some of that, like not piroshki, but pierogi, our mom used to make on special occasions, or pelmeni, but that was only sometimes, usually some name day celebration, or it had to be something more special to make all that. And here, of course, we have a very good cook, yeah, I still think about him. Right now, at the moment, I don't see too many people that I could actually ask about RACS, how they feel about it. But I think they basically would be happy about the fact that they are provided meals on wheels. Somebody cares for them. These people talk to them, provide communication. They probably appreciate it very much. Yeah, anybody would appreciate attention. And that's what we need. We need more communication. Like all these problems in the world, it's amazing. I mean, I would think the more people communicate with each other, that's what you need. Dining room situation. That's where people can meet each other, and still communicate. I don't know how many people are at the dining room right now, because at one point I remember there were quite a lot of people. And with something like COVID, it affected lots of businesses, especially here, the dining room situation. I was only wondering one thing. Will enough people come back to RACS because of so much time gone? Because you don't have too many other places, like even, I don't know about the Chinese places, but some places closed up. You were open, for takeout food. All the best. I hope that no unforeseen circumstances occur, like what happened with this COVID and everything. I hope nothing like that happens again. That will change things for you. And of course, long life to an organization like that, yeah.